Kitui County is a county in the former eastern province of Kenya. Its capital and largest town is Kitui, although Mwingi is also another major urban center. The county has a population of about 1 million according to the 2009 census and has an area of 24,385.1 square kilometers. The climate in Kitui County is semi-arid as rainfall occurs practically only during the rainy seasons. The vast majority of the economy is based on sustenance farming, despite the fact that agriculture is an extremely challenging endeavor given the infrequent rainfall in Kitui County. The Kitui Development Center, KDC, therefore, is like an oasis in a place where climate change has taken a huge toll on. KDC has 7 projects currently running, and sensitizing the community to adapt to climate change is one of them. Coordinating all these is quite an uphill task, but the organization's project coordinator, Mrs. Janet Momo, is equally up to the challenge.
One, you have to be focused, and you have to have an objective and why you exist. That is the mission. And when you follow up your mission and vision of why you exist and what you want to do for the community, then people will buy your ideas. You know, this is NGOs, we are marketing ideas. We are not marketing products, we are marketing ideas. And those ideas are made to uplift the life standard of the community based on where you are. And for Kitui Development Center is a unique organization. One thing we say is that we do not co-paste activities. We go to the community develop ideas, and those ideas are made into projects. Then we start the fundraising of the project.
The Kitui Development Center is also currently concentrating on 3 areas, which are energy conservation, livestock, and crop agriculture. In energy conservation, KDC is advocating for the use of rocket stoves instead of the non-eco-friendly traditional 3 stones. KDC is also championing the reduction of deforestation while at the same time encouraging reforestation. In livestock, KDC has introduced goat breeds that adapt very well to the climate in Kitui County, as well as chicken breeds that grow fast and also adapt well to the rapidly changing climate of Kitui. And in crop agriculture, KDC organizes field trips by agriculture officers to enlighten the community on best farming practices. Trying to sensitize the people of the vast Kitui County on what the benefits of adapting to climate change are is a huge task. The Kitui Development Center has therefore come up with a way to ensure they achieve maximum success on these by breaking down the projects into 3 groups, which makes it easier to implement them.
Actually, we divide them into 3 categories. One of the categories is what the community can do without us. The other one is what is now being funded by the donor. And the other one in the parking bay is what should be funded in future plans. This is the project that maybe the community cannot do it alone unless they get a support. And that support does not necessarily come from the NGO, but it can also come from the government. But in the mobilization, you have to prepare this community, and they know what issues exist in that category.
The Kitui Development Center, which became an autonomous organization from a big organization, World Neighbors, back in 2001, has taken the message of climate change adaptation to different primary schools in Kitui County in an effort to create a new generation of advocates for change in the society.
First, they came and enlightened us on their work, and we were very happy to receive them, and we enjoyed what they brought to us. And they promised if we will be able to work in partnership with them, they will provide the school with the solar panels. And later they brought 3 solar panels, which have been very useful to the school.
Kwa majina naitwa Mwikalisioki katika mazingira ya environmental club.
I belong to the agriculture club in this school. Before KDC came, this area was very dry.
Pia tunapanda sukuma wiki. Tukipanda hiyo miti.
They encouraged us to plant trees, which now give us clean air. We also plant kales, which we benefit directly from as part of our school's feeding program.
Tunachuna boga hapo tu, tunapikia huku shuleni. Pia wenye mlituletea solar panels, zilitusaidia sana.
We would also like to thank KDC for providing us with solar panels, which we use for our radio lessons.
Alafu hizo solar panels pia zinatusaidia sana. Pia sukuma wiki huwa tunazinyunyizia kila siku. Tunapata maji kwa tank, tunatoa kwa tank, tunapata maji sawa, tunazinyunyizia. Pia tunanyunyizia miti yetu na kuipalilia na kuwa sawa.
Before the KDC visited us, this place was very dry. But when they came, they sensitized us that if we can plant the trees and more of them, we can have a conducive environment, and also the trees normally attract rainfall, and also the place is greener.
Kavaini Primary School is one of the many schools in the county that are yet to be connected to the national grid. KDC has organized for the school to have solar panels that charge batteries which are used during late hours of study for lighting.
With the help of the batteries provided by the KDC, they have been very much useful to us because we use one of the batteries during the radio broadcasts, and therefore the school has benefited a lot because we no longer buy the cells, and also with the help of the batteries we are able to listen to the radio lessons, and they have also improved the performance of the school.
Apart from catering for the lighting needs of the school, the panels are also used to charge phones at a cost of 10 shillings per phone charge, money used for buying pesticides for the agriculture club, which plants vegetables to supplement what the school has for its school feeding program. KDC has encouraged the school's environmental club so much that it is now a policy to have each pupil from standard 4 to 8 plant a tree. The pupils are so much encouraged that they not only plant trees at the school but also at church and at home. And as part of their efforts to minimize the water lost, the school has placed sinks next to tree seedlings. The organization has partnered with other organizations to implement several projects that aim to have residents of Kitui County adapt to the rapidly changing climate. These include Farm Africa, Inades Formation, Africa Development Group USA, International Labour Organization, among others. The main challenge is how to get people to understand the causes of climate change and showing them the way to reverse the effects. For instance, Kitui County is a dry area, and part of it is because of massive cutting down of trees for firewood and charcoal burning, which Kitui has for long been known for and which has greatly reduced the forest cover in the county. The Kitui Development Center is at the forefront in the war against deforestation. The center is now advocating for a revolutionary way of cooking that will reduce the amount of firewood used by families and institutions in the village.
This is Kavaini Primary School kitchen. We use it for preparing meals for kids and teachers. In the past, we have been using traditional 3-stone jikos or stoves, which are not economical. They consume a lot of firewood, unlike the new rocket stoves that the Kitui Development Center introduced to us.
Hii ndio ile tunatumia. Na hii ndo tunataka tutengeneze.
This is the stove or jiko we have been using, and this one is what we want to make. The benefits of the new energy saving stove are many. We use less firewood because you can use one piece of fire to cook with this stove, and then you can use the rest later. Also, the heat is concentrated on the blocks, making the food cook faster.
Na inakuja, na ndo maana hii kitu inasikia ikiitwa rocket stove, kwa sababu hii moto kutoka hapa mpaka hapa inapita kama rocket.
You have to cook, yes, but have you managed, instead of cutting the trees, can you harvest the trees? That becomes a training. Can you harvest the trees? Instead of using the 3-stone jiko, use the rocket stoves that with one firewood you can cook. And also it is also time management. Put the fire on, put your pot and go to the farm. Then you're also looking at, when you cut those trees, I talked about using it for fodder. Then can you, instead of cutting that one big tree which has been there for the last 30 years, Can you use it to feed the goats? Then the goats can you give meat and can also give you milk.
The process of making the rocket stove is also simple. Just take a few measurements to ensure the sufurias you have fit on the stoves, dip the blocks in water to ensure they don't have air spaces, and hold the bricks together using mortar.
Cost of producing this one only, this one shimo jiko, the cost comes to around 1,000 shillings, plus and or minus around 300 shillings for other overhead costs. You get around 1,300 per this.
KDC also assists women in groups, helping them know the importance of taking care of the environment. The organization does this through trainings and organizing field trips, which the women here say are very beneficial to them.
Officers from Kitui Development Center came here and started by teaching us how to make rocket stoves. They showed us how we can earn from the stoves. They also taught us the importance of conserving the environment. We started by making stoves for each group member, then we moved to making stoves for interesting individuals for a fee.
My name's Jacinda Modosi, feeding stress, Kasanga Primary School. First, I thank the KDC project for choosing our school to be one of the pilot team to come and build an energy-saving jiko. The energy-saving jiko has saved us a lot. For one, we were using a lot of firewood, but now we are just using fuel. The other thing is, it is not time-consuming because it takes a little time to cook, for the food to get ready. The other thing, it has helped us in the expense. We have only one cook who is handling that, so it has saved money for us.
The cost for making a rocket stove too, which is just one-off, is much less compared to the cost of buying firewood in the area.
These jikos have great advantages and they are nice. I stopped buying firewood or cutting down trees in my farm for firewood. So I have plenty of tree cover in my homestead because I don't cut down trees for firewood anymore. Before we started using these rocket stoves, we used to use a lot of firewood.
KDC also knows too well that Kitui County has been known for supporting crops that are drought-resistant, like green grams. But the crops here were grown as a means to supplement what families had, or sustenance farming, but not as an income-generating activity. By linking the local farmers with agriculture officers, the Kitui Development Center has helped them achieve a high success rate in agribusiness.
Tulikuwa na shida hapo mbeleni, namna ya kupanda.
In the beginning, we had challenges as small-scale farmers. Then we came together to set up a group. KDC introduced us to agricultural officers who showed us how we can turn our farming into business.
Iko watu wa KDC walitusaidia, wakatulinga up na watu wa agriculture. Kama vile unaona hii shamba tukipanda, tunakuwa na watu wa agriculture. Wanatueleza.
They showed us the basic things like spacing of our crop. The green grams should have a space of about 10 centimeters between each other.
Paka ingine inatakiwa kuwa kama 10 centimeters. Na nini?
Even though the rains might fail us sometimes, we are now benefiting. We kept engaging the agricultural officers and they organized seminars for us, which has helped our group grow in terms of membership.
Hainyeshi sawasawa, lakini namna unaona ndengu inafanya mzuri hapa, isipokuwa hakuna mvua, lakini sasa ni mzuri, tutafuna.
In agriculture, mwingi has been very good, especially on the drought, high value, we call them high value crops. And the high value crops in mwingi, we talk about green grams, delicate nablab, in the local language they call it mbombo. There's also the issue of sorghum. But they are not planting it as a cash crop. It's like a routine thing that it has been there for years. They don't even put spray. They don't even know how the spacing is being done. So we help them now to understand that they can grow the lablam and the sorghum and the green grams, actually to make money.
Helping the farmers work as a group has also eliminated the system of marketing produce as individuals, which in the past encouraged brokers to exploit farmers. The farmers can now store their produce at a nearby store, after which they market the produce as a team. This has ensured every farmer gets to benefit from the project. Keeping livestock in arid and semi-arid lands can be quite challenging. This is why the Kitui Development Center regularly visits livestock farmers to get their views on how best they can be of assistance to them.
KDC
did a great job. They came and showed us how we can dig dams for ourselves. And now, our animals have a place to drink water. We are very thankful to the people from KDC.
Miaka miwili iliyopita watu wa KDC.
About 2 years ago, KDC officers came here to do a research on what problems we faced as farmers in this area. After that, they went back and came at a later day with solutions. They called us at a location level for a meeting.
Na ndivyo sasa tukimaliza kuchukua hiyo maoni walienda na baadaye wakatuita katika location level ambayo tulienda huko, na ndio sasa walienda wakatuweka katika groups. Wakatuweka grupu ya maji, soil and conservation.
They then put us into 5 groups dealing with specific issues. There was the water group, the soil conservation group, agriculture, livestock and energy groups.
Sasa hapo ile mambo walitufanyia yote ni ile ambayo walichukua huko kwetu kulingana.
Everything they did for us was just according to what we had requested earlier.
Fanya ni kile ambacho tuliwaambia.
KDC sent 5 officers from the headquarters. One said he dealt with water, the other with livestock and so forth. Our group chose the water projects because we had water problems in this area. We had a group then, but it was not doing such projects as planting trees.
KDC introduced the Gala breed of goat, for instance, to the Kitui farmers, which adapts to the quite harsh climatic conditions in the area and also gains weight fast.
Before KDC came, we never used to keep hybrid goats, but they introduced the hybrid goats to us, and we are very thankful.
We are not just rearing the goats the way you do it. Actually, we are coming up with good breed that can take shorter period to grow. Then it is a dual purpose that can give you milk and can also give you meat, and in a very short period.
KDC also introduced the Gala goats to us, which grow very fast and gain weight faster than many other breeds. The goats are nice and also of the right color, according to our customers. White. We appreciate it because the breed sells faster at the market.
White. Wow.
The farmers have also learned a lot in goat keeping. This includes preparing for the dry season by growing a special type of grass that grows and spreads fast to be used as fodder for their goats during the dry season. In Zangave and Katwala locations of Kitui County, KDC has helped many farmers start chicken projects by introducing the Marlborough breed of chicken, which is easy to maintain, grows fast, and has quality meat.
KDC taught us how to plant trees, how to harvest water, and how to keep livestock for profit. They also introduced us to agriculture officers for capacity building. After we were taught, we also passed on the knowledge to the community.
na itu nitwethiwe na ebindesio ya kufundisha community na nimaendeea na kwika londo twika.
The projects we do have benefited my family a lot. Like Granny here cannot perform hard tasks, so I assist her in taking care of her needs through the money I get from the projects.
As the organization seeks to keep improving the lives of the rural poor, its project coordinator reveals a little secret that has seen the organization reach where it is today.
We have these quarterly meetings together in the community just to evaluate ourselves. This is what we had agreed. Did you do your part? Did we do our part? And what were the challenges? What are the lessons learned that we are learning from this project? And that is part of a capacity building. Capacity building is not doing things for the people, but doing things with the people, not for the people.
Since KDC is doing things with the people and not for the people, it understands the people too well and has left the people of Kitui County with smiles. Kitui Development Center, improving lives of the rural poor.